your network is your net worth. That is so true. Surround yourself with good people. I try to be honestly the low dog in my network. I want to be learning. I want to be around people who are trying to get, who already have what I'm trying to get. Like if you surround yourself with people who are, not doing anything, not having any type of, any kind of motion, anything like that, you're not gonna either.
I dropped $50,000 on a coach one time, and that was life changing for me because I didn't just get access to his training, and he helped me, invest in real estate, but I got access to his network.
Let me rewind a little bit. That's my best investment. My best investment was getting that house with my wife, making her happy. Like that was by far the best investment because she drives me, man, to places I never could go by myself.
You could try to know it all. I say be an expert in what you're passionate in, and then once you start growing in those areas, man, pay other experts to do what they do.
A lot of people think it's about savings. You got to have all this, all this money in the bank. It's not about savings. It's about strategy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gilberto Herrera Show, where we empower entrepreneurs with real insights, inspiring stories, and actionable insights. I have the pleasure of being your host. My name is Gilberto Herrera, and this is episode 1. And today, I am joined by a dynamic person, someone that I have gotten to know over time. We started working together, and we've become like brothers. This man is a credit expert, a business funding expert. He's a family man, a real estate investor, and by far an all-out great person. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my good friend, my brother, Larry Mahaffey of Rewarding Solutions. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Thank you. First show, first guest. I appreciate it, man.
Man,
It's an honor to be on here.
Yeah, so when I started this, I said I could have went out and got all the gurus and, just the people that we know will bring clicks. But this is bigger than that. There's people like you that have been in the shadows for too long. And my goal is to bring you guys out of the shadows because you got so much that you can give to the world. And the people need to know who you are, man. So we're going to have a good dialogue today. Hope you're ready. I brought some questions. Hope you brought some answers.
Gotcha.
And so let's jump right in.
Okay.
So we're going to start from the beginning. For those that don't know who Larry Mahaffey is, let's start from the beginning. Tell them a little bit about your story. Who was Larry, where he come from, and what led him to where he's at today?
Okay. First of all, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, man. I moved here to Birmingham about 10 years ago. But before I moved to Birmingham, I had to realize what credit was. So credit repair gets a bad name, but I'm here to tell you credit repair changed my entire life. That's the foundation of everything. I wanted to get my now wife, then fiance, a house. I was in my 20s. I had no idea what credit was. I went to a mortgage company. I filled it out by hand back then, and I'm pretty sure they denied me by the time I walked out the door. They told me my credit score was like a 475. I had no idea what credit was. From that point on, I dedicated my life to credit. Fixed my credit, my wife's credit, friends' credit. I paid for a mentorship. Started fixing credit the right way, turned it into a multi-million-dollar company, which led me to meet business owners. And I saw the struggle, and I bridged that gap as well. So now, like you said, I'm a real estate investor on a bunch of properties. I have 3 7-figure businesses. I have a lot of other businesses that I've just started. I help people start businesses, scale businesses, anywhere from your first-time small business owner all the way to your corporate, multi-million-dollar company. I've helped everybody, and I'm going to continue helping everybody. But I started off, like I said, fixing credit, putting people in houses, buying their first homes. That was my start, and I'm proud of that.
Got you. So just to rewind a little bit, your motivation was your fiance. You wanted to put her in the best position possible, and you couldn't because your credit. and then that led you to want to help others do the same. So, if I'm not mistaken, you recently received the $1 million award from Credit Repair Cloud. Is that correct?
That's right.
I think I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And man, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's no small feat. So for those that don't know, Credit Repair Cloud is the software that a lot of credit repair companies use to be able to process and do the work. But not everyone processes $1 million through the platform. I think you were the last one, if I'm not mistaken, that received that award at the time of this recording. So tell us about that experience, man, and um, just walk us through what it took to be able to get to the point where you're processing $1 million through, you know, that software to be able to reach that many amount of people.
Okay. Yeah, man. So Rewarding Solutions. That's the name of my company. I started that and I named it that because I wanted to give people rewarding solutions, ways that they can fix their entire financial, have financial freedom, change generations. It gave me my rewarding solution. Fixing my credit helped me to buy my first house, which led to other homes. So I started off, like I said, my credit, my wife's credit, 10 other friends. That transformed into thousands. I've literally helped thousands of people. And out of those thousands of people, I've had at least three or 400 first-time home buyers. That's like the best feeling. I've helped people in their late 70s buy their first home. Like that's an incredible feeling. I've had clients who were homeless. I put them in homes, like literally homeless, living out of their car. Um, you know, put those people in homes. That was like the best thing, man. That was rewarding solutions. That is rewarding solutions, and I still to this day do credit repair. I'm never going to give it up because I think it's a labor of love at this point. I'm helping people. It was my first business, and that business built other businesses.
Got you. So let me ask you this. You started with credit repair and then you started positioning yourself to do business funding. What was the motivation behind the business funding? Because you could have stopped at credit repair and just continue to do credit repair and help thousands of people just get into homes and get the car and just live the life, the personal life that they want to live. However, business funding is a whole different animal. Heck, me as a business owner, I hadn't mastered that piece. So, what sparked that thought in your head to embark on that journey to not only do credit repair but also help people on the business side as well? Like, was there a personal story or, you know?
So just like with credit repair, I saw the need. With credit repair, the main need was to get in the house. With my business funding, lending, it was to make people like me get approved for things that they typically wouldn't get approved for because of like that glass ceiling. I wanted to be the bridge. I experienced all that. I've gotten denied for everything you could think of, but to the point where I got approved for everything you could imagine. And I wanted to show others, business owners, entrepreneurs, what to do, how to do it, and then just show them the way. Like I said, I wanted to be the bridge between the banks and the business owners.
Got you. So you just mentioned that you got denied, and you had a couple challenges. Can you give us that one challenge that still kind of like sticks to you, that kind of sparked this whole journey as far as like business funding, especially on your side?
Like I said, the invisible ceiling, man. A lot of people who don't look like us get a whole lot more things than we do in the business world. A lot more loans, lines of credit, business credit cards, um, and it sometimes is lack of knowledge. Sometimes they don't have the relationships. I built the relationships. I saw the need for somebody who could build the relationships, and that biggest challenge was honestly just talking to those people and advocating for my clients. I wanted to be the example before they even met my clients. Like, hey, we do have our money's green. It spends just like anybody else's money. So I wanted to be the example before my clients even got there, and hopefully set them up for success.
Got you. So before we get into more of the business stuff, like who is Larry for those? Because for those that might see your stuff on Instagram or have a conversation with you, they often see the trips. They see, the stuff you do with your family,
Right.
the $1 million home, the nice car. But If you strip all that, who is Larry?
I'm a friend, man. Like I know you mentioned before gurus and stuff like that. I never wanted to be a guru. I could honestly dedicate all my time to social media and put out a million reels, 4 reels a week, and all the posts and all that, and seem bigger than I am. I'm highly successful, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably more successful than the people you do see, the gurus. But I enjoy just being me. I'm not fake. I hate fake stuff. I'm never gonna buy into that. You know, if you do business with me, you're a friend of mine, family. I'm me. I'm the same person. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. Like, I'm just a normal guy, man.
Got you. So now let's go deeper into the credit repair and business funding side of things, right? So if someone is watching right now and they got a 470, a 500 credit score, heck, anything below what 680 a credit score, and they want outside of just calling you or booking a consultation with you, which I recommend that's what they do anyway, because success loves speed, and the best way to get speed is to go to somebody that already has a blueprint and allow them to help you, right? But if they want to embark on this journey on their own, what are some of the things that they need to start doing?
To get funding, a lot of people think it's about savings. You got to have all this money in the bank. It's not about savings. It's about strategy. Strategy is the key. You need to have everything set up correctly. You need to have your EIN number. You need to have if it's an LLC, have your documents. Have a business bank account. A business email helps. A business address helps. Like, have your stuff in order. We're talking about under $200,000 lending here, funding. You're talking about people who want over $500,000, millions. You need to have your financials in order. We're talking about taxes, P&L, everything, all that. All that stuff needs to be in order. All your paperwork needs to be in order. I've met countless amount of business owners who have made 7 figures a year, but they haven't filed their taxes in 5 years. But you can't go to anybody and get, a couple $1 million loan like that. So having your stuff together is for people who want, a little bit over $500,000. If you're trying to get under that, the main thing is credit. Personal credit is the number one thing you're going to need because you're going to have to PG for every single thing you get. So your personal credit needs to be in order. As you said, over a 680, I say 700. So 700 plus everything I just named.
Got you. And for those that don't know what a PG is, what is a PG?
Personal guarantor. So you're going to have to pretty much, if you get a loan, you're going to have to pretty much sign for it. And if that loan defaults, then you're going to have to answer for it pretty much.
Got you. Now let's backtrack a little bit on the personal side. Let's say I want to get a home, or I want to, I want to get a nice car, but I walk into the car lot and they say, I'm sorry, I can't help you right now. What are some steps that you need to take as a person to be able to get your credit right? If I don't want to go through someone like Larry, who owns one of the most successful credit repair businesses and, business funding companies in the nation.
Okay. We're talking about personal credit.
Personal credit.
Personal credit, as you said, I would recommend coming to me. Go to an expert. I'm an expert. I can help you do that. I did that. I went to someone to help me. But if I were to try to fix credit today, I would go on my credit report and see what's going on. Are there collections on there? Are there charge off? Are there late payments? If they're late payments, I would try to make them current. If they are collections, I wouldn't pay the collections. I would do credit repair. You can try to Google some stuff and see if it works out for you. Also build good credit. A lot of people don't have credit. No credit is just as bad as bad credit, because it is bad credit. Collections, like I said, don't pay medical bills that are charged they're in collections. Don't pay that type of stuff. You can dispute that stuff and try to get it off.
Wait. Let's pause right there before we go further. For those that just got that aha moment or just got a revelation, what makes you say not to pay those?
Because they're in collections. A third party debt collector already has them. Again, you paying that collection off is not going to take it off your credit report. You want it off your credit report. It's just going to report as paid. That's not going to help. In most cases, it's not going to help. So you might as well pay somebody to do credit repair, get the entire collection off, and don't pay the collection, and because you've already paid the credit repair person to get it off, and the collection is gone, that debt is gone, all that's gone.
So a collection agency, after you pay them off, they just report it as the debt being paid, but it still shows as a collection that was paid.
Yeah, you do have a couple companies that would do a pay per delete, but that's super slim now. Back years ago when I first started doing this, you could do some pay per deletes, pay for a delete, but now it's slim to none.
Got you. So, man, your industry gets a lot of flack, right? And rightfully so. You have a lot of bad characters that do just some shady stuff, right? But what are some misconceptions about your industry that we need to just put to bed that the average person might think that is true or is written in stone, but it's not?
Credit repair is a scam. That's the number one thing. It's frowned upon. It doesn't work. The reason people say credit repair is a scam is because a lot of people who do credit repair do things that they should not do. We're talking about sweeps. Sweeps is pretty much saying that everything on your credit report is identity theft. That's a major thing because that's an FTC report. Federal Trade Commission. You're talking about federal things. So if you're saying that somebody stole your identity and you're filing the document to the federal courts, then you can get in a lot of trouble like that.
I don't want to deal with nothing federal.
Right. They can come back to bite you. I don't do that at all, unless it's actually identity theft. I've had my identity stolen, 15, 20 years ago. So there are times for that. But that's what it gets a bad rap, man. Like at the end of the day, these are all privately held companies. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. They have to abide by the laws just like we do. There are credit reporting laws. So if they don't report in the way that they're supposed to by law, it should be deleted. So that's what we go for.
Got you. So when you say these are third parties like Experian, TransUnion, and what's the
These
other
are private companies.
Private companies. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? Where do they fit into this whole process?
So they're the ones that generate your credit score. So it's kind of crazy to me that privately held companies, something me and you could have started, dictates our future in a lot of cases.
How did it get to that?
Hey, man.
So
they made some good business moves.
So essentially, correct me if I'm wrong, I need a loan from XYZ Bank. Mm-hmm. But essentially, XYZ Bank is going to go to Larry and say, hey, Larry, so-and-so came for a loan. Do you vouch for him?
Right.
And this is not a company that's controlled by the government or no public entity. These are private companies that probably, that you and I could have started, like you said. So they're the middleman between it all.
Yep. They have to abide by, government laws, but no, they're privately held companies, man. Like you said, when they started, somebody just like me or you started them, and they started making all the decisions. They keep a permanent record of what you've done.
That's crazy. That's an aha moment right there. If you hadn't had one yet, why people don't talk about this stuff like that?
I mean, lack of knowledge, man. As with anything, like as I said, with the funding, you don't know what you don't know. That's why part of my purpose is to teach people.
Got you. So let's shift gears a little bit. We talked a lot about credit repair, right? We talked a lot about business funding. We know the best thing that everybody needs to do is go to, and we're gonna put the links, in the description and things of that nature, so that people can get in touch with you and all your socials and everything. But you didn't just get here because, of course, you had some pitfalls early on. It's one thing to get here, but you stayed successful. So let's shift gears. Let's give some nuggets to those that are watching that probably, you probably got a young guy right now that's watching this episode that wants to get into your business or possibly just wants to get in business as a whole, right? What are some of the things that you do to continue to stay in tip-top shape mentally and, of course, physically, and just to keep balance between family and business?
Okay. Yeah, I know it sounds cliche, but I really do wake up at 4:30 in the morning every morning. I start my day on my knees. I give thanks to God. Say affirmations every day. Don't touch my cell phone until I get to the gym, do gym, and then it's time for my family. You know, my girls take one or two of them to volleyball practice early in the morning, take them to school, drop them off at school. Then my day starts. And then I try to put my phone up. I know my wife is going to kind of roll her eyes, but I try to put my phone up once I get home after 6 o'clock. I try to put it up a little bit and try to do, some family stuff, man. Staying grounded, staying balanced. Life is about balance, man. Like, honestly, you have got to, if you just go, 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 go. I know, everybody says no sleep, no days off or whatever. You need some days off.
Man.
You can overwork yourself. You can burn out. You can get sick of it. I've literally had, a point where could have made a phone call and got a couple $1,000, and I just didn't feel like doing it, man, because I was burned out. Like that, it's real. Staying grounded, balanced. Like, I have a relationship with the Lord. That is the number one thing, man. God and family, keeping those first, and then everything else works out, man. Sometimes you just have to lay off stuff. Like right now, I'm not on social media. That's I'm giving God his time. I want him to work, so hey, that's what I'm doing.
So, man, that's dope. So, and I'm similar to you in a sense, right? Like, people tell you all the time that you got to hustle and you got to work hard and stay to, like, bro, I don't want to work hard, and I don't work hard. I work a couple hours a day. I try to take as much time off as possible because life is to be lived. Like, this whole hustle culture and, grinding 24/7, that's a trap. Like, what we all are after is freedom. Man, I see you and your family probably take a vacation every quarter.
Man,
And it's probably most of the time it's free.
Yeah, man.
Right? So we're gonna get into some more personal development stuff in a minute. But now that I brought that up, how is it that y'all travel for free, bro?
Points, man, points. So of course I fix credit. So I have in the past though I've run up credit cards. I have credit card debt, and it's a scary thing. But now I'm to the point where I use my credit cards for everything. All my business expenses, all my personal expenses, and I get points. I travel on points. We go everywhere for free.
Gotcha.
Everywhere we go is paid by American Express, Chase, Delta, whatever it is. I travel off strictly points. Sometimes I have to pay a couple dollars on fees, but nothing major.
Got you. Cause I mean, like, man, y'all don't just be going to Miami or like Panama City. Like, y'all be out the country.
Yeah, man.
In villas.
Yeah.
You be at the Delta Lounge every time I see you. So if I'm somebody watching and I want to get to that point, what does it take for you to be able to live that lifestyle and then basically travel off your points?
Discipline is the number one thing, man. And knowing when to stop. Also, I have times where I use my credit card too much, and I say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to use it right now. Let me just stop for like a month or so. Just like with social media. Like, you can't just keep going and going. But I know how to use credit cards. I pay my credit cards off every single month. No matter how much money I put on there, that's another thing I live by. Like, if I can't buy it twice, I'm not going to buy it once. So, I pay my credit cards off every single month. So my points just accumulate. And we go everywhere. We just went to St. Bart's, Anguilla. We have Dubai planned for September, but I don't think we're gonna go anymore because of what's going on in the world. But yeah, man, it's you have got to have balance though, and got to be honestly just really. You watch credit cards. I've seen credit card horror stories. I see business owners. They give you $100,000 credit card and you max it out, and then you can't catch up because of the interest. Like, don't get to that point. Don't overspend. It's great you get points, yeah, but you don't want to have debt that's going to just suffocate you.
That's a fact. But let me ask you this. You said you pay your credit cards off every month. I keep hearing mixed things about that. Some people say you shouldn't. Some people, say you should. Like, what's the proper way to make payments on cards?
So, rule of thumb, under 30% is great. It's good.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry, like if you have a $1,000 credit card limit, keeping it under $300 balance. So under 30% utilization.
Gotcha.
That's what that's rule of thumb. That's the baseline. But me, I don't like to play it all with credit card debt. I hate interest. I hate interest with everything. So I try to pay mine off every single month. I have an 800 credit score. So a lot of people say you can't get great credit with, having 0% utilization. You can't get approved for stuff because it doesn't look like you're using your card. I pay my cards off every single month, and I get approved for anything I want, literally. So, that's a myth, man. Pay them down, avoid the interest, you'll be fine.
Got you. Because I hear people say things like, yeah, don't pay it on the actual due date, pay it on the statement day, and then don't pay it all off, just pay little by little. So you heard it from an expert. But I think the best thing that they need to do is, they need to come talk to you and assess their personal situation based on their goals.
Right.
Because you could try to know it all. I say be an expert in what you're passionate in. And then once you start growing in those areas, man, pay other experts to do what they do.
Right.
You can't know it all. And if you try to know it all, I mean, you're going to overwhelm yourself. That's why I'm glad to have friends like Larry, because any funding question, any financial question as it relates to credit or business funding or anything of that sort, I just funnel it to him. And, you know, by far he hadn't let me down, and I know he never will. Like, so let's go back to some personal development stuff, right? What's one piece of advice you wish someone gave you? Like, let's take you back to the beginning when you engaged, trying to get this house for your wife so that y'all can be a family. You're doing it on your own, no help. What's one piece of advice you wish someone would have given you at the start that would have served you well at that moment?
I'll give you two. The first thing is, I know you've heard the term, your network is your net worth. That is so, so true. Surround yourself with good people. I try to be honestly the low dog in my network. I want to be learning. I want to be around people who are trying to get, who already have what I'm trying to get. Like, if you surround yourself with people who are, not doing anything, not having any type of, any kind of motion, anything like that, you're not going to either. Surround yourself with good people. The second thing is, don't get down on yourself. Like, now I tell everybody, I don't take any L's. L's or losses. Only L I take is the lesson. So I don't take losses. I take lessons. That's my thing. Every loss I've ever taken is something I can learn from. It's something I can build on, and that is so true. I might have went too far. I'm overexhausting myself. I learned from that though. Every single loss that you think is a loss turned into a lesson.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You had a favorite business book?
Favorite business book. My favorite book is David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. That's my favorite, like, personal development book. My favorite business book.
Why is that your favorite book? I've seen David Goggins, man. That boy be running the souls off his feet.
Yeah, man. Read that book, man. If you read it, man, it honestly it shows you how to channel stuff that you didn't know what was inside of you, man. Like, honestly, man. Like stay hard. Go, keep going, keep pushing. Like, when you want to quit, like, don't quit. Like, if you read that book, man, that is a fantastic book.
Got you. Let's see. What's one piece of financial advice that everybody needs to follow?
What I said earlier, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it once. That's words to live by. Trust me. Like, literally, if you cannot buy it twice, do not buy it once. I don't care what it is. If it's a car, a house, or whatever. And I'm not talking about, like, if the house is $100,000, you can't buy two of them. I'm talking about the monthly payment. If you can't make that monthly payment twice, don't buy that house. If you can't make that car payment twice, don't buy that car. If you elevate, you want to buy a Rolex. If you can't buy two Rolexes, don't buy one. Like, you'll know what place you are in life if you live by that.
Gotcha. And for those that are outside of just credit repair, business funding, you have a bunch of investments. And I know this because I'm around you a lot. Walk us through some of the things that the business that you created has allowed you to invest in, that not only allows you to, kind of diversify your streams of income, but also allows you to have other streams of revenue. Most of them are passive. So what are some of those investments?
I'm gonna stop you there though. The best investment I ever made was in myself. When I paid I fixed my own credit first of all. I fixed my credit. Did that by myself. just by Googling stuff like that, a couple friends. But once I paid someone to teach me how to properly do it and how to scale it, I think it was $3,000 for the course. When I did that, I turned that $3,000 into, multi-million dollars. That's the by far the best investment because that actually, made me get to the point where I could start doing funding, brokering loans, investing in real estate, doing private money lending. Like, we do it all now. We have over 50 different lenders. So anything that you could possibly need, we can do it. We can lend on it. And credit repair, like it's still strong, man. Like my credit repair business is highly successful. And again, that started off with a $3,000 investment. So my best investment was in myself.
So y'all heard that, and I'm the same way. I still to this day, no matter what level I'm in, I'm always striving to go higher. It wasn't. I didn't think a lot of things was possible until I saw other people doing it, and then I asked myself, how can I get around them? And oftentimes you'll be surprised. The investment that you make, a lot of us look at that as an expense, but in essence, when you make an investment in yourself and you part ways with that little bit of money that you want to hold on to, that 9 times out of 10 is losing money at the bank, or you're going to go spend it on something that ain't going to bring you no return, no way, it's life changing. You learn a lot about yourself. I dropped $50,000 on a coach one time. And that was life changing for me because I didn't just get access to his training, and he helped me, invest in real estate, but I got access to his network.
Right.
I mean, there was deals that I would have never been able to do without him. If I would have went out here and did this myself, and I ran into some of this red tape that I was running into on my own, and he was able to pick up the phone and say, hey, call this person. Hey, this person works here. This person has done this 1,000 times. And man, it was the best investment. That started everything for me. And once you invest in yourself at that certain level, you pay attention. Man, how much stuff you got for free and you ain't take advantage of? I got somebody's whole program. He sells it for $50,000. I looked at it one time because I ain't paying nothing for it. Yep. But had I paid him that money for it, I would have been like, 100%. I would have been eating it. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's I tell people the same thing all the time, man. You gotta invest in yourself. That's the only way the world is gonna take you serious. Right. Because once you part ways with that, then your brain starts to work in a different way. Right. So let me ask you this: what other investments do you have? Because there's a little kid that's gonna be watching this, and he probably thinks the end of the road is gonna be credit repair or business funding or some of the things that you just talked about. But what else are you doing?
We have part owner of a steel company. We have
say that one more time.
A steel company. We also commercial real estate. We bought a huge building, 21,000 square feet. My partner and I. We have commercial investments. Residential. We have houses. Around Birmingham, Montgomery, and we're always looking to invest. What else we invested in? Stock market. We do that. I have a financial advisor, of course, who does all that stuff. I don't mess with stocks. What else have we invested in?
He got so much stuff he forgot. Man, he got to pull out the portfolio on you.
My brokerage is the big thing. My lending company, man. We partner with, like I said, 50 different lenders. That's pretty major, man. And the fact that we can loan our own money, we're private investors. So like, I invest in everything because I can use my own capital if I want to lend it out, and we do that from time to time.
Got you. So let me pivot a little bit, because again, there's going to be a diverse audience watching this, right? So I'm going to ask you a question. How has being married impacted the level of success that you've been able to attain? Because I often hear that married men are the ones that once you get married and you find that person that you're going to build your life with, you shoot through the moon. How has that been impacted you?
That's actually, let me rewind a little bit. That's my best investment. My best investment was getting that house with my wife, making her happy. Like, that was by far the best investment because she drives me, man, to places I never could go by myself. all the affirmations in the world. Like, man, listen, if she went there sometimes, like she really helped like build everything for me, man. Honestly, like having a strong partner. We've been married 10 years. Like that's the man. That's it. God in my family, like I said, is the number one thing. My wife is it. Like she's got it. She's the real go getter for real. She keeps me grounded. She tells me when I'm doing something stupid because I'm a risk taker. I make some, my friends know I take some risks. I will, not just money. I just do some crazy stuff sometimes, man. But she's there to keep me level. Like, hey, you might not need to do that, and I listen to her. Listening to your wife is like, man, it's so important. And
Gotcha.
having a spouse, man, like, man, that is that's number one.
Man, you bless you. And what I love about you all, because I get to spend time with you all, now she's also involved in the
Yeah.
business. So can you talk a little bit about how you guys tag team what you do and some of the things that she's able to do because of what y'all have built together?
Yeah, so my wife, she right now she has a professional job, super professional. I'm not gonna put it out there what she does, but she's a professional. But as well, she has the L group. The L group is her she designs, she decorates, she does event planning, she does all that. Also, she's a real estate agent. She got her real estate license because we do real estate. Like we invest in real estate. We make big purchases, so she might as well have it. She's gonna start servicing other people outside of just us. So, she's great, man. What she does, like literally, like Alexis Mahaffey, look her up. Like she can help you buy a house, design the house. She can do everything.
Yeah, and no lie, because they have this Halloween party every
Oh
year.
yeah, man.
Like the Halloween party has taken a brand of its own. Like people don't go to certain things during Classic Weekend. So like if you're not from Birmingham, Alabama, there's this big weekend every year in October during Halloween called Classic Week, where two HBCUs, historically black universities, play each other and they make a big festivity around it. So there's events all week. Thousands and thousands of people come to the city. It's the most profitable um, week of the year for the whole city, right? So like everybody looks forward to that.
All right.
Your wife does her party during that week and takes a lot of traffic from that to her party.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
man, shout out to you all. Shout out to what you all are doing. I love to see it. I love to see how y'all work together. And I let me ask you, how much money was leaving out the doors before she became a realtor?
Whew. Man, now, like we buy $1 million house, man, and we gotta pay 3% to the realtor. You do the math. Like it's a heavy chunk, man. And then we do investment properties. The house costs 600,000. That's 3% we can keep in home,
That's
in house. So it's worth it.
Yeah. So for those that are watching, you heard it. I mean, it's a lot that you can do together. So Larry, man, let's wrap up a little bit. What's for the person that's watching? What's the last thing that you want to leave them with that they should be able to apply right now?
The number one thing, my motto, Rewarding Solutions motto, the thing I tell my girls, my clients, everything. We don't listen today. We do not listen today. That is my thing. That's my motto. We don't listen today. That means they told me I would never own a house. They told me I never own a car. They told me I'd never be a real estate investor. They told me I would never be a millionaire. That's why I don't listen today. I tell my clients the same thing. Don't listen to people. Like, put in the work. Put in good. Good's gonna come out. Stay grounded. Stay balanced. Put in the work. You'll be all right.
Perfect. And how can people find you?
Instagram at Rewarding Solutions. Facebook, Larry H. Mahaffey. My website, myrewardingsolutions.com to sign up for credit repair. My lending, innovativebusinesslending.com. That's pretty much it.
Got you. So again, I wanted to start this off with you because we started this journey kind of together, and we're gonna keep building together. There's a lot that I didn't ask you that we're gonna save for the next time you come around because you didn't just build a multi-million-dollar business without marketing.
Right.
So the next time we come back, I'm gonna ask you all about your marketing strategies and solutions and how you generate leads and all these other things that people are dying to know.
Right.
But Larry, man, this has been amazing. Thank you for not only coming on the show, but being my first guest. Is an honor and a pleasure. I love what you and the wife are doing. I gotta have her on the show as well,
Definitely get on.
because she's like a hidden gem, bro. We gotta bring it to the light. Like
Yeah.
some of the stuff that she does, I've never seen anybody do. Like her eye for creativity is crazy, and I'm not just saying that because I know you, Alexis, and we both afraid of you. But no, seriously.
Terrified.
But seriously, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you, brother. And I can't wait to have you back.
Man, the honor's all mine, man. Thank you.
Man, thank you. And with that, we out.